Well, hello all you wonderful people out there in YouTube land, and welcome to the Texas Special YouTube channel. And sitting before you there that my camera is trying to focus on is a Microtrains 40-foot standard boxcar in N-scale. And this is one of my Pasadena purchases. If you saw the unboxing video, then cool. So, you can see it's still in the original box from the factory. To unbox this is easy. Squeeze the ends of the box here and here, and then lift off the lid. Got these little locking tabs here and here that hold the box on. The lid of the box. Now some of these have a little plastic film that protects the side of the car from the inside of the lid, and you remove that and out comes the car. Okay, so here we have the car on the track. This is just a little test loop of track made with some N-scale Bachmann Easy track that I had laying around. Remnants from an old N-scale layout I had when I was in the military. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at this car and some of its features in depth. And we'll start off with this, with the side of the car, the body of the car, as you can see there. You have some very nice detailing and decaling. The separation between the white lettering and the Rocky, the goat decal there is very nicely done. What you would expect from a Microtrains car. I've dabbled in N-scale. While I was never really big in N-scale, I am familiar with Microtrains and the stuff that they put out, and I know that they are toward the upper end of what the average modeler can afford. The Great Northern Herald here is also very nicely done, and all of the car reporting marks and numbers, as well as load and capacity information, is legible. And you even have these little reflective tape strips here along the side of the car, which is accurate for, you know, a more modern type era, maybe not so much a transition era. The car comes equipped with the Accumate type couplers, magnetic knuckle couplers, and the door opens and closes fairly easily. Both doors on both sides of the car. We look at the B end of the car. You will see that there is a separately applied brake wheel. There's a little brakeman's perch there. You have the full height ladder here. You have a waybill board. The only thing missing is polling pockets. But as small as this car is, I'm not that shocked or disappointed by the lack of polling pockets. You even have a legible reporting mark and road number right here. The top of the car is also very nicely done. You can see there's a little separately applied solid one-piece brakeman's walkway with little cast-on grab irons in the corners that correspond to the locations of the full height ladders. Now, the plastic is a little thick for the one-piece walkway, and it's a little high up, like vertically, from the top of the car, but this is also N-scale, so I'm willing to ignore that because, you know, you're dealing with such tight tolerances as far as scale measurements. It's bound to be off somewhere. We look at the underside of the car, and that allows us to see that there's actually quite a fair bit of underframe detailing on here. Again, what you'd expect from Microtrains, but I've been out of the hobby as far as N-scale goes for a little better than 10 years now, and the majority of what I had was cheaper Bachmann type stuff. So you can see you've got the triple valve here, which of course regulates the flow of the air through the train line. You have the brake piston here. You have the emergency and service reservoir there. You've got a bunch of brake rigging detail, airline detailing. You have the lateral and lengthwise struts and braces and whatnot for the underframe of the car. There's a lot going on underneath this car, and it's such a shame that normal circumstances going down the rail you won't see it. It does come equipped with plastic wheels. The couplers are truck mounted, which is a good and bad thing. It's a good thing because it allows the car to take tighter curvature more easily than it otherwise would. It's a bad thing because when you're shoving this thing, instead of pulling with the locomotive, when you're shoving, that makes it much more susceptible to picking a rough joint or picking a switch and derailing the car. Okay, so we've got this guy on the track with a test train, and I am going to fire up the Atlas Southern Pacific GP38 and pull this short little 5-car test train around the track, along with, of course, the subject of our review here, the 40-foot boxcar.